Okay, then we are go at the first elite first, second and third cat crit race at Darley Moor in 2025. This event is organised by the house race team. They do a great job for racing in Derbyshire. They've also got together lots of local businesses to support the series with prizes and prime lap prizes and all those sorts of things. So that's resulted in there being about 50 riders pre-entered to this race today, which is quite good numbers for the elite race. Now, my name's Daniel. I'm a third cat. I'm mostly a triathlete and I'm not in particularly good shape at the minute, so therefore I do not deserve to be in this race. However, I'm able to enter it, so I'm going to use it as motivation, fuel for the fire. It's a privilege to ride alongside some of these guys for not very long, and I'm going to use it to keep pushing myself forward and try and become a better bike rider and bike racer. My plan for this race is similar to what it was for like the lower standards of races, and it's just to try and stay near the front because it's easier to stay on. I know that I'm not going to be doing any attacks in this race. I'm not going to be playing a major part of it. I'm very likely to get dropped very soon, which is what happens, spoiler alert, but I'm putting myself up there because that's how I think it's going to be, standing the best chance of getting around. So the map's on the top left, the stats in the middle, the black arrow is the wind direction, and the wind is quite strong today. It was about 12 miles an hour by the time this race came around, which meant that into the wind, as you can see, we're doing 23, 24 miles an hour, and then with the wind, you'll also see we're going a lot faster. Now, the big difference between this race and the third and fourth cat race, which I did earlier in the day, is that the riders are obviously better, broadly speaking. And it's not just, they can pedal harder. It's their cornering, it's their race savviness, it's everything that goes along with being a more experienced bike racer. That in front of me, I think, is Andy Nichols, so he's kicking out the corner a lot harder than I do. I'm 101 kilos at the minute, which really puts me at a disadvantage for kicking out of corners, but I'm working on it, and this just reiterates to me that you need to be better than that. So I'm actually feeling okay at this point. I'm thinking, I've not committed too much energy. I'm still quite close to the front. We're, halfway around the first lap. Job done. I'm going to get around this race. Well, these guys are just getting started. The thing is, you often don't see the people who really make a difference in the race until when it counts because they're more savvy racers. So these little attacks that are going off the front now, who knows whether they're the one or not? It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just trying to, stay in there. Numbers-wise, my threshold power is about 350 watts. I don't really have much of a kick. I'm more of a diesel engine, which is okay for Darley Moor, but I'm finding it more and more of a hindrance now that, especially in races like this where these guys are going to corner faster than me, so I have to kick out the corner more and so on. But again, something to work on, but I'm trying to use it to my advantage when I can. Not really hitting the apex there at all, but again, coming out the corner, hitting on what I can do and, kicking on as hard as I can. Still got plenty of riders behind me. That's pretty hard for me. That 900 watts, I don't really get any higher than that ever. So I know I've got some more sliding space, but this is full gas. I'm going absolutely flat out. My max heart rate's about 168, maybe 170 on a good day. But again, I'm thinking, I've got this. I'm actually still in the mix. I don't need to push forward at all. I can just stay in and around here, and I'm actually feeling all right. So let's see what happens here now. See an attack going up on the right. This, I think, is a little bit of my own doing. So I'm just rolling through. I'm just carrying a bit of momentum. And stupidly, this is the racer inside me. I just kick on a bit. I think, I can just get around this bunch, get on that rider in front. And then I hover around the corner. I realise, no, what are you doing, you idiot? That is not the plan for today. So then I knock it off straight away. I then see the bunch on my wheel. So I check to my left and then come across the left, swing across, hoping that they just all pull through. But some riders just come across with me and, they're just sitting behind me into the headwind. I really don't want to be doing any work here, and I'm now concerned because I'm slowing it down that when they're kicking, I've then got to surge so much harder. So I'm almost waiting for lots of people to surge past so I can just try and get in the wheels for not too much energy. So kicking on is 600 watts, 700 watts, just over 700, holding 650-ish. I'm still going backwards, and I'm going hard here, still going backwards, and this is just demoralising because I'm thinking I've worked hard for that position and I've just then lost 20 spots, 30 spots, and not ideal. So you live and you learn. I shouldn't have surged around that corner. I should have just stayed where I was. Maybe the same thing would have happened, maybe it wouldn't, but I think that was a bit of a mistake on my part. Again, coming to this corner, I'm bearing in mind now, these guys corner faster than the third and fourth cats do, so I'm thinking, right, I'm on the inside of the corner here, so I'm perhaps going to need to slow down a little bit more because my line is tighter. But I'm trying to look at what the riders around me are doing. When are they turning in? What lines are they taking? What are they doing with their upper bodies? Trying to just mimic them, really, trying to learn a bit. And I think I did better there. Coming out the corner, I'm maintaining position, maintaining the same speed. It's only on the kick out the corner that I'm losing ground, and I'm absolutely fine with that. That will do. I was really happy with that. One corner of the race. Well done, Daniel. Into the tailwind. Now, this is fast. I'm hoping I can kick out the corner and then sit up and, you know, spin my legs around nicely on the way down here, but it's not always the case. But right now it's been okay. This race, to be honest, hasn't really been like aggressive at all in terms of there's been no shoulder barging, there's been no shouting. These guys are really like, you know, seem really courteous and just like out to look after each other. Sure, they're going to be racing hard, but it's a real like welcoming vibe. All I'm thinking now is if I'm not moving up, I'm moving backwards. So I just tried to move up there and I just thought, oh, hang on, I'm doing 34 miles an hour. I don't want to put my nose in the wind and burn out any more matches because I'm going pretty hard. I'd got dropped from the race before due to a crash and due to me being not good enough to get around. So I'm feeling fresher than I otherwise would have done, but still not, you know, I'm still not fresh enough to really be relevant in this race. So you see there that guy that rides a stolen goat just riding through the inside of me. He's made up 2 or 3 positions for not a lot of effort. Kicking out this corner. That is everything I have got. I am max effort sprinting there. And the way some people come past me is just insane. They're probably not even out and out sprinters, but it just reiterates to me that I really have to work on that if I want to be in a better place in these races. But this is more my sort of thing, you know, sort of holding 400 a bit watts and pinning it and just hanging on. But even still, how am I still losing ground? I'm doing 500 watts at 30 miles an hour and I'm still losing ground. 550, like what on earth? I don't even know what to do. Is that Scott Redding in front of me? Might be. Anyway, holding speed around here. I'm hoping, right, coming into this headwind, surely I can just sit in now and it'll be a lot easier. And it's just not. I'm doing 28 miles an hour into a headwind. I'm doing like 450 watts and I'm not actually like recovering at all. And this is the difference for me between the real amateur racers, and obviously this is still amateur, but there's an elite category if you're an elite rider. This is the difference. When the attacks are on, it is so hard, whereas I find in the 3rd and 4th cat there's like lots of attacks and some of them aren't that hard, some are hard. These people seem to like save themselves more, and then when they go, and that's what I don't possess. Again here, thinking, right, if I'm not moving up, I'm moving back, so I'm trying to move up a few spots because I know when I come out of these corners, I'm losing wheels. If I'm on the back, I'm gone. So I've got to try and move up where I can, but it's a strong headwind, so it's a bad place to move up in terms of energy, and I'm still doing 450 watts. Like, I don't know what else I can do here. I'm not going to start trying to dive bomb up the inside of this corner for the sake of a few wheels that I'm going to immediately lose on the way out. Like, I don't think that's very smart at all. So let's see how this corner goes. But got it pretty okay the week before, the lap before. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. Still dropping me, absolutely no problem. So well done. Right. There's now not many riders behind me, and this is panic stations because I'm looking around every now and again, so I know where I'm at in the race. This is like, right, if I have a bad corner, I could be gone now. So I've got to try and move up if I can. This is hard though, so it's not like I've just got the legs to move up, and we're doing 34 miles an hour. Like, I can't just, kick on to 36. The effort required is so much higher. As I'm saying that, people are just riding past me, and obviously they've got the effort. But, you know, for me to surge in, okay, fair enough. I was seeing those wheels going by and trying to follow them, but 35 and we're nearly at the corner, and that's it. So I've not made up any positions. There's a couple of riders behind me, but I've just got to hope that I carry some speed around this corner, get a nice smooth line. Doesn't necessarily need to hit the apex, but as long as I'm smooth and carrying, 24 miles an hour on the exit, that's not too bad. Kicking out of the corner, just trying to cling on. This is it's actually more like a cross head. I think the arrow is slightly out of angle there. So I'm just trying to sit on the draft, but you see everybody's pinned over to the right. Nobody's really in the draft fully, so it's quite hard to get a benefit. But I'm quite happy here until it surges on again. I've got to kick on again. I'm doing 600 and something watts. This is just like, I'm on the limit. I flip my elbow and swing around, try and get somebody else to close the gap, and nobody comes around, and then we're out the back essentially. I do also notice at this point that my handlebars aren't 100% straight, so I was panicking that my bars were loose, and it turns out they were a little bit loose. So whether I just bumped something on the way around or jerk the handlebars aggressively or not, I don't know. So I think that group getting separated there, that's my fault. You know, I've let the wheel go. I've then flicked my elbow and eased off a little bit to try and get someone to come through. Because nobody came through, the gap wasn't closed, and you know, really it's on me to hold the wheel, but I just couldn't do it. When you can't do it, there's nothing you can do. So there we go. Nearly 10 minutes of racing, and I am dropped from the race. And I'm not just saying this for YouTube, I am in no way demoralised by that. The fact I'm able to be out there racing my bike, starting these races, and you know, getting better, I'm genuinely taking it as motivation. I know that I will get better. This is the first race of the season. You're racing against people who have spent all winter in Spain. Like it's difficult, and I'm going to keep putting myself in difficult situations because that's going to generate some growth. So I'm going to keep doing it. Thank you very much to all who attended. Well done to those who raced and those who got a lot more stuck in than me. And thanks for having me along, House Race Team. And I'll see you at the next one.